Good evening. This is the Season 2 finale of the Northern Sun Experience. St. Cloud State has been the cream of the crop in NSIC baseball over the past 2 seasons. But down the stretch this year, the Huskies have had trouble winning consistently. In fact, over their last 5 doubleheaders heading into the conference tournament, St. Cloud State has split wins and losses in 4 of them. Perhaps a bit nitpicky, but consider the fact the Huskies only split 3 doubleheaders all of last year. The late season struggle meant St. Cloud State only got the 3 seed in the NSIC tournament, but as the host school, the Huskies were able to overcome and advance to the conference championship against a bigger underdog, number 5 Concordia St. Paul. Golden Bears up 2-0 in the 4th, but the Huskies start chipping away. Carl Sorensen going deep to right center falls just short of the fence, but it's enough to score Zach Hoffman. RBI double cuts the Concordia lead to 2-1. 2 batters later, Zach Metzger with a sharp single to left. That scores Sorensen from third and ties the game at 2. Move to the 6th, still tied, Huskies take the lead. Jackson Goplin hitting it in just about the same spot Sorensen did in the 4th. The double to right center scores the other Zach Hoffman. St. Cloud State with a 3-2 lead. Goplin goes to third on a wild pitch, and the next batter is Judd Davis, bloop to left center. Carter Schmidt can't quite get there. Great diving effort, but it does fall for a single. Goplin scores, and it's 4-2 St. Cloud State. And the Huskies would maintain a lead throughout the rest of the contest. And for the 2nd straight year, St. Cloud State is your NSIC tournament champion with a 6-4 victory over Concordia St. Paul. With the win, of course, the Huskies earn an automatic bid to the NCAA Central Region Tournament, and although they were just the 3 seed in the NSIC tournament, they earned the top seed in the Central Region, meaning they get to stay right at home and host once again. They'll face fellow NSIC foe number 8 Minnesota State in the first round of the double elimination competition. Other matchups include number 2 Central Missouri against number 7 Southwestern Oklahoma. The only other NSIC team to get in, the 3rd seed, is Minnesota Duluth, and they face the 6th seed Emporia State. And the 4-5 matchup pits Arkansas Monticello against Missouri Western State. The winner of the Central Region Tournament will advance to the D2 National Championships, which start May 28th in North Carolina. Coming up next, complete highlights and a recap of the NSIC Outdoor Track and Field Championships in Sioux Falls.
The Northern Sun Experience on Midcoast Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and Dakota Land Honda.
Welcome back. For the past 4 seasons, Minnesota State's men have dominated the NSIC track and field circuit, winning both the indoor and outdoor conference championships since 2012. The Maverick women, however, are starting to gain some ground and provide an even more well-rounded MSU team. The Maverick men won their 5th straight indoor conference title earlier this year, while the women won the indoor meet for the first time since 2009. Both teams looking to repeat their success at the outdoor championships. To Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls we go for the 2016 conference meet. We'll start on the women's side with the field events and the shot put. Winona State's Caitlin Long, who set all kind of records in the hammer throw as well as the shot put, was the top seed coming in. She gets 13.42 meters in the final round, but that would only be good enough for 3rd. It's her teammate Ashley Thooft who would come away with the victory with a final throw of 13.59 meters, which is a qualifier for the NCAA tournament. Winona State actually finished with 3 of the top 4 shot put finalists. Moving on to the track event, starting with the 4x100, great close race separated by the final 3 runners by less than 0.2 of a second. But in the end, Minnesota State's Mackenzie Beals just gets her head across ahead of Winona State's Megan Seidel. The Mavs take the 4x100 at 46.84 seconds, winning by 0.02 of a second. Another close competition in the women's 100-meter hurdles, but once again, a Maverick would have just enough in the end. Alchnise Williams, part of that winning 4x100 team, doubles up with a victory in 13.71 seconds, besting teammate Brooke Foreman by just 0.05 of a second. To the 100-meter race without the hurdles, and once again, Minnesota State would dominate, locking down the top 3 spots, with freshman Afir Ada on the far right crossing the finish line first with a time of 11.85 seconds. Let's double it up, 200-meter dash now, and Winona State's Megan Seidel would get a bit of revenge for her earlier loss in the 4x100 relay, besting Minnesota State's Mackenzie Beals, part of the winning 4x100 team, as Seidel finishes in 24.25 seconds to take home first place. And her winning streak would continue in the 400-meter dash as the junior finishes with a time of 56.11 seconds, a full second ahead of second place Melanie Rodriguez of UMary. So congrats to Seidel for the wins in both the 2 and 400-meter dash. Here are the rest of your women's champions on the track side. Minnesota State's Haley Kruger took home the title in the 800-meter run with a time of 2:13.40. In the 1,500-meter run, Minnesota Duluth's Hannah Olsen clocked in at just under 4.5 minutes. Olsen also won the 5,000-meter run with a time of 16:58.08. The 10,000-meter run champion was Olsen's Bulldog teammate Brianna Kolbenson with a time of 35 minutes, 24.55 seconds. Kolbenson also won the 3,000-meter steeplechase at 10 minutes, 29.78 seconds. Augustana's Kayla Mesher won the 400-meter hurdles by just 0.17 of a second over Winona State's Hannah Oosterwegel with a time of 1:01.73. And in the 4x400-meter race, the Minnesota State team of Kimmy Reh, Haley Kruger, Altonese Williams, and Mackenzie Beals won by less than 1/10 of a second over Augustana's team with a time of 3:52.33. To the field events now. In the high jump, Minnesota State's Kadia Hollingsworth took home the crown with a jump of 1.72 meters, around 5 feet 8 inches. In the long jump, it was Augustana's Olivia Montez Brown winning it all with a jump of 5.76 meters, just under 19 feet. Montez Brown finished second in the heptathlon earlier this month. The triple jump was won by the University of Mary's Faith Kjellstrup at 12.26 meters, just over 40 feet. In the discus throw, Wayne State's Casey O'Connor topped 3 Winona State finalists with a throw of 45.47 meters, more than 158 feet. The hammer throw was won by Winona State's Nicole Nelson at 59.02 meters, or 193 plus feet. Teammate Caitlin Long, the current D2 indoor record holder, was second at 58.74 meters, 192 plus feet. Augustana's Bree Wolber, your heptathlon champion last month, followed that up with a victory in the javelin at 41.53 meters, 136 plus feet. She was the only competitor to throw more than 40 meters. And finally, in the pole vault, the University of Sioux Falls' Courtney Crandall set a new conference tournament record at 4.08 meters, 13 feet 4.5 inches, so congrats to her on setting that mark. On the track side, some more women's results, but with the team results, despite just one victory in the field events, as you saw, Minnesota State's track performance was more than enough to take home the outdoor crown. The Mavericks finished with 152 1/3 points. Winona State finished second with 137.5 points. Augustana, UMary, and Northern State rounded out the top 5. It's Minnesota State's first outdoor conference championship victory since 1983, and it completes an indoor and outdoor sweep for the Maverick women.
Without the depth, I think, it'd definitely be a lot harder. You get injuries here and there, and we've got a young team too, so I'm really looking forward to the future with just a lot of these kids returning. We only graduate 6 kids, so I'm looking forward to the future years to come, and hopefully carry these titles forward.
Switching to the men's side of the championships, and once again we'll start in the field events with the triple jump. Minnesota State's Michael Sandel sets a new conference championship record with a jump of 15.16 meters, 49 feet 9 inches. He's the top-ranked triple jumper in all of Division II. To the discus throw, and St. Cloud State racks up some impressive hardware. The Huskies finished with the top 3 throwers, Rafael Saez in third, Ryan Johnson in second, and Quinn Anderson in first with a new conference record 56.02 meter throw, 183 feet 9 inches. So congrats to St. Cloud State. Let's hit the track now, men's 4x100 meter relay, and this is where Minnesota State really starts to dominate. Richard Wilhite is the anchor here, crossing the finish line in 41.24 seconds. Along with Gino Bullard, Paul Selman, and Miles Hunter, the Mavericks take home the big relay race. To the 110-meter hurdles in the third part of that 4x100 relay team would once again cement his place among Division II's best. Miles Hunter, who has the Division II indoor 60-meter hurdle record, wins the 110-meter hurdles in 13.94 seconds. 100-meter dash now, a close competition between a couple of Mavericks and Augustana's Justin Greenway, but in the end it's Minnesota State's Richard Wilhite crossing the finish line first with a time of 10.39 seconds. In the 200-meter dash, Wilhite and Greenway would do battle once again, but once again it was Wilhite coming out on top with a time of 21.31 seconds, so Wilhite takes both the 100 and 200-meter titles. Finally, in the 400-meter dash, another Minnesota State runner would prevail. Another close contest down the stretch, but on the right side you see Maverick freshman John Schuster take home the victory in 49.53 seconds. Here are the rest of your men's results. Minnesota State Moorhead's Josh Young won the 800-meter run with a time of 1:56.69. Teammate Brady Spiker won the 1,500-meter run by 0.16 of a second over Jace Kraft of Sioux Falls. Spiker's time was 3:56.82. 5,000-meter run went to Augustana's Keegan Sarda, clocking in just under 15 minutes at 14:59.73. MSU Moorhead continued to do well in the longer runs as Cody Chris takes home the 10,000-meter crown with a new conference record 30 minutes 24.05 seconds. In the 400-meter hurdles, Augustana athletes composed everyone in the top 5, but Jason Greenway was the best at 53.92 seconds. Augustana would also take home the 4x400-meter title with a team comprised of Greenway, his brother Justin Greenway, Cor Kong, and Josh Barrows with a time of 3:18.11. In the field events, Minnesota State's Frank Veldman won the high jump at 2.03 meters, 6 feet 8 inches. In the long jump, it was St. Cloud State junior Keyshawn Davis setting a new conference record at 7.56 meters, 24 feet 9 3/4 inches. Sioux Falls took 5 of the top 6 spots in the pole vault, topped by Scott Greenman with a conference record 5.19 meters, a shade over 17 feet. Southwest Minnesota State's Alex Weiss won the men's shot put with a throw of 16.29 meters, nearly 53.5 feet. Along with a second place finish in the discus, St. Cloud State's Ryan Johnson won the men's hammer throw, chucking at 60.86 meters, just under 200 feet. And in the javelin throw, Northern State's David Murphy took home the crown with a throw of 54.65 meters, 179 plus feet. But once again, just like on the women's side, the Minnesota State men used their dominance in the track events to take home a 5th consecutive conference championship with 166.5 points. Augustana was second at 141 points. St. Cloud State, Sioux Falls, and Minnesota State Moorhead rounded out the top 5. So all in all, the Minnesota State men and women sweep the 2016 indoor and outdoor NSIC championships.
There's some incredible athletes there, and both programs winning indoor together for the first time in a long time was great to see, especially being a former athlete, alumni of the program. Then doing it again outdoor, I mean, this is the first time in a long time that both have won outdoor. So to win 4 titles combined this year is great to watch.
When we come back, it's our final Under the Northern Sun Campus Spotlight of the year, and its light shines on the University of Sioux Falls.
The Northern Sun Experience on Midcoast Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and Dakota Land Honda.
Welcome back to the Northern Sun Experience. It's time once again to shine the spotlight on one of our member schools with a feature we like to call Under the Northern Sun. Tonight, it's the University of Sioux Falls.
You can just totally tell it's just a different atmosphere when you walk on this campus. Everyone is so welcoming. People actually knew my name, and I was a recruit, and I was like, how do you know who I am? And that was super awesome. So, and to this day, 4 years later, that's still how people are. So, I mean, it was real, and it's just awesome.
I was ready for an adventure, I guess you would say, in college. I wanted to kind of go away, but God kind of led me here, which I'm so thankful for, because I couldn't have asked for a better school, coaches, and a program. Really, all around what I wanted and what I needed was right here at USF.
I feel like the mentality of trying to be the best I can be academically and athletically isn't just for myself personally, but it's for a greater purpose, to glorify God and to serve others, and to strive to be a model for other people to look up to and to be inspired by. That's kind of the whole idea that I've learned here at USF.
Well, certainly I believe that by virtue of these students competing as athletes, that is developing skills in them that are going to benefit them much beyond what they're doing on the court or wherever they're playing their sport. Leadership, initiative, this drive and determination, time management, those are skills that these athletes are going to have to master in order to be successful as an athlete as well as a student. In the midst of all of this is this faith component. And I just find it very gratifying to work at a university where I can be open in sharing my faith and responding to students' questions about faith.
Our professors are willing to pull for you and willing to kind trying to like take you under your wing, and they want you to exceed.
Coach Stugart, he always gives us little things in life that we can take from football, because we always say that there's more to life than football, and we all believe in that. And there's just things that our coach does that really has strived to make us better character people.
If you invest your time here and get involved in activities and leadership positions, then USF will invest itself right back into you, and you will have connections and relationships that will take you far in life. I truly believe that.
You know, everyone wants to help everybody else out, and we're all rooting for each other and want everyone to do their best that they can. So it's just a really tight-knit community with all the athletes and everybody in general, and just all the Cougars are just really close, and so that's great. I really like that.
There's two kinds of education, one that helps you make a living, and the other that helps you learn how to live. When people find what God has called them to do, and they're not necessarily shouting it from the streets, this is what God's called me to do, where you see a peace in their life, you see an integration of faith and learning, and you see that they did find what they were supposed to be doing, but they get a stability to themselves and a rootedness, and then you know that something happened in those college years that made that possible. So again, not just about learning how to make a living, but learning how to live is what we strive to do.
Looking back from my freshman year to now, I'm so much more mature in my faith, in learning about just anything academically and athletically with golf. Just that experience here. And you're not doing it alone. You have 1,000 other people right beside you that you can look to for guidance.
When we come back, we count down the top 10 NSIC plays of the year.
The Northern Sun Experience on Midcoast Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and Dakota Land Honda.
Welcome back to the Northern Sun Experience. On last week's episode, we started our countdown of the top 40 NSIC plays of the year. We ended with number 11, and so without further ado, part 2 of our list, starting with play number 10. And starting things off at 10 is a pick 6 from Minnesota State's Josh Gordon. The senior defensive lineman tips an interception to himself, then he does a little pirouette action to elude Upper Iowa defenders en route to a 50-yard touchdown. Who knew a big guy could be so nimble? It's just one of many reasons Gordon was named the NSIC Defensive Player of the Year. At number 9, we celebrate America with this Statue of Liberty play from Southwest Minnesota State. Devontae Stevens takes the handoff and rumbles 25 yards for the touchdown. A great fake by quarterback Blake Gimble, and that frees things up for Stevens, who had a career-high 184 yards on the ground against Winona State in this Mustang victory. Our number 8 play of the year is one of the cleaner trick plays you'll ever see. Off the reverse, Justin Folks finds a wide-open Nate Ricci, who started the play as the quarterback for the Minnesota Duluth touchdown. Here it is again, nobody on Minot State picks Ricci up after the initial handoff, and as a result, he glides in smoothly for the 59-yard touchdown and the 8th best play of the NSIC season. At number 7, more Mustang magic from SMSU. Blake Gimble finds Nate Hewitt all alone for the 44-yard touchdown off the reverse flea flicker. Here it is again, SMSU's execution is perfect even on the blitzing MSUM linebacker. All in all, 3 of SMSU's trick plays have been good enough and cool enough to make our countdown. For number 6, Dan Jansen saves an early season game for Augustana. With time winding down against Central Region rival Northwest Missouri State, Jansen splashes home a 25-foot 3 for the win. Considering how Augie ended the basketball season, it only made sense that a dramatic shot would provide the Vikings their first win of the season. When we come back, it's the moment you've hopefully all been waiting for, the top 5 plays of the entire NSIC season.
The Northern Sun Experience on Midcoast Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and Dakota Land Honda.
Welcome back to the Northern Sun Experience. We close our second season of shows with the top 5 plays of the year. At number 5, it's our final basketball play of the year. Off the missed free throw, Winona State's Riley Bambanek brings it down, pulls up, and buries the game-winning three at the buzzer to top Minnesota State. Down by 2 in overtime, Bambanek takes the outlet pass and creates some space at the top of the key for the winning three at number 5. For number 4, we go back to week 1 of the football season. Sioux Falls' Josh Angulo only gets credit for 31 yards on this touchdown, but he probably ran twice that just to get there. The junior jukes out UMary defenders, reverses field, gets some blocks, and finds the end zone. Great job taking a simple play and turning it into the 4th best play of the year. At number 3, it's the final play of the game between MSU Moorhead and Concordia St. Paul. With 3 seconds left, Jake Hodge rolls out, goes nearly 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage, puts up a prayer, and it's answered by Corey Ambrose, who catches the tip in the back corner of the end zone. That gets the win and the 3rd best play of the season. Our number 2 play shows a fantastic fake out. Minnesota Duluth's Justin Folks acts nonchalant 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but as the play develops, Crookston goes right. Folks might as well be a golfer because there's nothing but green in front of him to the left. Great play design by the Bulldogs and the 2nd best play of the year. But our number 1 play goes to Bemidji State receiver Jordan Oskowiak, who leaps around his defender to grab the ball for 6 against Minnesota State. One of the most ridiculous catches you will ever see. It was featured on SportsCenter's Top 10, which makes it good for the number 1 NSIC play of the entire season. For the final time, thank you to all of our member schools for their contributions throughout Season 2. Season 3 starts in September.